Hi there folks and welcome to Get Strumming. Now today we're going to have a look at a rarely heard song by George Harrison called Dehra Dun. It was written by George Harrison in 1968 when the Beatles visited the Maharishi in Rishikesh, and so this is a lovely song that was showcased on the Beatles anthology in 1994. So here we go. This is how it goes. Dehra Dehra Dun, Dehra Dun Dun, Dehra Dehra Dun, Dehra Dun Dun, Dehra Dehra Dun, Dehra Dun. Many a roads can take you there, many different ways. One direction takes you years, another takes you days. Okay, so first of all I'm going to show you the chords that we're going to be using and then a kind of strumming technique that you might want to use. Okay, so to begin with, we're going to be using the G major chord. So to play a G major chord, you're going to be using your first, second and third fingers. First finger, second fret, third string. Second finger, second fret, first string. That's the string closer to the ground. And your third finger on the third fret, second string. So you've got this kind of upside down triangle shape here. Okay, the next chord that we're looking at is a D major. So again, using your first, second and third fingers. Your first finger goes on the second fret up on the fourth string, so that's the string closest to your face. Then your second finger goes next to it, second fret, third string, and your third finger goes on the second fret, second string. So that's a D major. Next up, we've got an F major, so you're only using your first and second fingers. So your first finger goes on the first fret, second string, and your second finger goes on the second fret, fourth string. So that's an F major chord. Next up, we've got a C major, nice and easy chord. You're just using your third finger, your ring finger, and that goes on the third fret, first string. Again, string closer to the ground. Okay then, and very quickly, we've got another really easy chord, and that's the A7, just using your first finger on the first fret, third string. Okay, so that's the chords that we're going to be using. Now the strumming technique I would use is this kind of thing. So what I'm doing there is a simple down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down. Now if you do struggle with your strumming and you're a beginner on the ukulele, don't worry, you can keep the strumming really simple just by playing simple downstrokes. As long as you keep in that 4/4 time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Simple downstrums will be totally sufficient for that. Okay then, so let's have a look at the opening chorus, I suppose it is. So this is the Dehra Dehra Dun, Dehra Dun Dun. Now what I'm going to be doing here is basically hammer-ons and hammer-offs. So when I say hammer-on, what I'm doing is I'm starting with the G major chord. So don't forget, you're using your first, second and third fingers. Now a hammer-on the G chord, what I'm doing here is using my fourth finger, my little finger, on the third fret, first string. So that's called a hammer-on, because I'm literally hammering on with my little finger. Then what I'm going to do to get this note is simply lift off my second finger. So what you've got essentially is a series of notes. So that kind of follows the melody of the chorus. Dehra Dehra Dun, Dehra Dun Dun, Dehra Dehra Dun, Dehra Dun Dun, Dehra Dehra Dun, Dehra Dun. So it's hammering on and hammering off on the G, and I'll play it really slow to begin with because I know it's a little bit complicated for some of our beginners. So we're going to start off like this. little finger on the 3rd fret 1st string. Dun, dun. So on, off. Dehra, dehra, dun, dehra, dun, dun. And then open top string, so I'm lifting off my 2nd finger. Dehra, dehra, dun, dehra, dun, dun. Dehra, dehra, dun, dehra. Then little finger on. Dun, off. Dehra, dehra, dun. So 2nd finger off. Dehra, dehra, dun, dun. So there. So you've got your 2nd finger off. 2nd finger on again. Dun, and then little finger on. Dun. So there's a lot of little finger on, little finger off, 2nd finger on, 2nd finger off. So you're hearing that open string just like that. So let's have a go at this again. Dehra, dehra, dun, dehra, dun, dun. Dehra, dehra, dun, dehra, dun, dun. Dehra, dehra, dun. Dehra, dun. Dehra, dehra, dun, dehra, dun, dun. Dehra, dehra, dun, dehra, dun, dun. Dehra, dehra, dun. Dehra, dun. Okay, so that's the chorus. Now what we're going to do is go to one of the verses, the 1st verse now. So we're going to go to the D major chord. Many a roads can, and then to F, take you there. Then to a C, many a different, then to D, ways. One direction, and then to F, takes you years. Then to C, another takes you. Then A7, days. Then to D, and then you're back in the chorus. So let me play that again, all together now. Many roads can take you there, many a different ways. One direction takes you years, another takes you days. And then back into the chorus. So let's do the chorus again. Dehra, dehra, dun, dehra, dun, dehra, dehra, dun, dehra, dun, dun, dehra, dehra, dun, dehra, dun, again. Dehra, dehra, dun, 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 dehra, dehra, dun, dehra, dun, dehra, dehra, dun, dehra, dun. Okay, so now we're into the next verse. So again, we go to the D major chord. Many people, F, on the roads. Then C, looking at the, then to D, sights. Stay on D, many others. Then to F, with their troubles. Then to C, looking for their A7 rights. Then to D. Okay, so I'll play that all together now without shouting the chords out. Many people on the roads, looking at the sights. Many others with their troubles, looking for their rights. And then back into the chorus. Dehra, dehra, dun, dehra, dun, dehra, dehra, dun, dehra, dun, dehra, dehra, dun, dehra, dun. Into the last verse. So again, we go back to the D major chord. See them move, and then to F, along the road. Then to C, search of life, D. Then D, vine. Stay on D. Then to F. Then to C, beggars in a A7 gold mine. To D. Okay, so again, I'll play that in its entirety. See them move along the road in search of life divine. Beggars in a gold mine. And then back to the chorus. So see if you can do the chorus again. Dehra, Dehra Dun, Dehra Dun, Dun, Dehra, Dehra Dun, Dehra Dun, Dun, Dehra, Dehra Dun, Dehra Dun. Again. Dehra, Dehra Dun, Dehra Dun, Dun, Dehra, Dehra Dun, Dehra Dun, Dehra, Dehra Dun, Dehra Dun. Back to the first verse. So to D, many roads can F take you there. C, many different D ways. One direction F takes you years. C, another takes you A7 days to D, and then finish on a G. Okay, so that's basically Dehra Dun by George Harrison, written in 1968 in the wild Maharishi days. So let me just go through that again. So the chords we need: G major, then we've got a D major, F major, C major, A7. And as I say, the strumming pattern, if you're a complete beginner on the ukulele, just keep it simple. Just simple downstrokes will do. But if you are feeling a little bit more confident, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. So it gives it a kind of bounce. Thanks very much for joining me, and don't forget, keep on strumming.